Hi guys, and welcome back to another edition of The Love Connection with me, Taj B, your international matchmaker and relationship consultant. Happy Friday, guys, to each and every one of you, and a super duper special happy Friday to the plethora of people in my family whose birthdays are here in the month of March. You know who you are, my sister, my cousins, my friends. Love you guys so very much. So, what should couple talk about, right? It still surprises me, like it still amazes me in the industry that I'm in, like the amount of conversations that couples do not have. Like, you know, they're in full-on relationships and then they didn't speak about this and that. It's like, what, Taj? We never talked about that. What? We never talked about this. What? We never talked about that. And then I'm just like, so what did you guys talk about, right? And they are important conversations, must-haves if you ask me. And you are asking me because you are watching the show. So let's go. Here are the conversations you need to have with your partner. First off, money, 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 money. Money. Not having this convo leads to a breakdown of many of otherwise great relationships. Money ruins a lot of love, guys. And you need to have this conversation such as, oh, honey, had I known how broke you were, I would have prepared myself for being in such a broke relationship. Like, you know what I mean? Or, oh, honey, had I known how loaded you were, I would have prepared myself better before meeting your family. I would have acted right. You know what I'm trying to say? So it goes either way, guys. Discuss money. What do you have in savings? Bills. Like, what do you make? What do you export? You know, that sort of stuff. You need to talk about this. Healthcare costs, living expenses, and it goes on. But you need to speak about money with your partner. Major health concerns and family history. And also if you're living with a chronic illness, we need full disclosure of that. Like, you can't just keep these things to yourself and you cannot have this in the dark. You can't just spring it on people either. We need to talk about your health. We need to talk about any long-term chronic illnesses. Like, if you are slowly turning into a stone man, we're going to need to know that before that day arrives, right? And you guys watching, if you know where that reference is from, put it in the comments section below. All right, let's see if you are fans of the same type of shows that I am a fan of. Violent public crimes and crimes involving children, your general crime history. You need to disclose these things, guys, especially if you're working or if you're going to be around our family and our friends. You need to let us know about your violent crime history, if you have any crimes involving children, or if you've done anything that we could read about in the newspaper. We are going to need this full disclosure long before it comes up, right? And especially if you've hurt kids, you cannot keep this to yourself. And while we are on the topic of kids, y'all need to talk about that. Are we going to have children or not? What are we going to do about these children? And if you need help in figuring it out, whether you should have children or not, we actually have an episode titled Should You Have Children or Not? So you can go on our YouTube channel, that's Love Connection with Taj B, and go check it out and see if you are enlightened about your decision whether to have children or not, okay? And then when you already have the children, you need to think about things like, and you need to talk about stuff such as how you're going to raise them, how we're going to afford them, who will stay home with them, if anyone does. And if you're a blended family, what are the roles plus boundaries? Education, how you're going to educate these kids, what values, what goals, culture, customs, that sort of stuff. Okay, guys, you're going to have a full-on discussion. And while these are topics, while you are currently in a relationship right now, you can have these conversations right now. These are great conversation starters because you could be 5 years in, 3 years in, even 18 years in, and you guys actually have never sat down and had these talks. Now is the time. Today is the day. You have the ammunition now after watching this episode to do that, okay? Your extended family and family traditions and cultures and customs. Like, we are going to need to speak about that. What are your culture? What is your customs? What are things that your family does? What sort of family traditions do you have? Like, if you're going to be sending our son away on his 12th birthday to the wilderness for a death duel with a wolf or whatever, we're going to need to know that way before that 13th birthday arrives, right? You can't just, he's 13 now and you're like, oh, it's time for his koniri cook walk, and you're like, what? What's that? It's like, oh, don't you know, my family, we gotta wrestle a wolf for all the boys when they're 12. Like, you know what I mean? You need to definitely discuss that. What are your traditions? Are there stuff that I can't bring to your family's home? Is there food that I shouldn't cook when your mother is over? Are there things I shouldn't say at a family funeral or do? Discuss it, guys. Location, location, location. Where will we be based? Where will you live? Where will you work? Where will you go? This is especially important for couples who are in long distance relationships. Because you're in love, you're in your long distance thing, but one day you're going to be living together in the same place, same city. What city is that going to be? You guys have a right to discuss that with each other. Your pet peeves. What are your pet peeves? If you can't stand people chewing and breathing at the same time, you're gonna have to say something other than to spend your entire life like grinding your teeth, getting so angry, suffering. Like, you know, talk about what your pet peeves are. Make a list, sit down and explore them with your partner. And this is not like an open invitation to start writing 100 pages of, I hate the way you leave your shoes. I hate the way you do your hair. I hate that stupid ass hat that you wear every weekend. Like, you know what I mean? Now's not the time to nitpick and all of that sort of stuff. Just, what are your pet peeves? Make a list, talk about them, and give your partner the room to speak about their own pet peeves as well. You're not the only one who gets annoyed. You're not the only one who has problems that are aggravating. Marriage. Do we believe in that? Do we both believe in that? Do we both want marriage? Are we looking to be married people? Does the title husband and wife mean something to each of us? We need to have this discussion. Even if you're already 8 years in and you're like, damn, when's this guy gonna propose? Now is the time to have the discussion. Honey, marriage is important to me because of so and so and so. Will you be getting married ever or not? You can't just be sitting down twiddling your thumbs thinking that he's thinking the same thing that you are. No, he's probably not, because maybe marriage is not important to him. Maybe it's not there on his value list. Or maybe it's not important to her. Maybe she didn't say yes when you asked her the first time and you're waiting around to ask her again, and she's hoping that that never happens because she doesn't value marriage. You know what I mean, guys? So talk about that. Your career. Yeah, like if you're, you know, you've got a business or you just have a career choice, you need to speak about this with your partner before getting into the relationship and while in the relationship, because our preferences change, our career decisions change. So if all along they thought they were marrying a potential firefighter, but really you plan to be a magician and entertain at children's parties, you are going to need to discuss that with us. You can't just randomly jump up and be like, hi, baby, guess what? I'm going to magician college with our savings money. You know what I mean? No. And then you're angry that your partner doesn't support you in this goal or career choice of yours, right? Doesn't work that way, guys. Discussion. Let's talk about it. Religious expectations. Don't none of you guys be going to hell on account of love, guys. If you know you have certain religious expectations, you can't marry a non-Muslim, and you are with a non-Muslim, and your hope is that they will convert, you probably need to talk about that. That needs to be discussed. Don't be springing that on. And if you know you're with this non-Christian and you feel so uncomfortable, but you really love them, but all along all you're thinking about is your soul going to purgatory, you need to talk about that with your partner. Don't leave that up in the air, guys. Don't leave religious choice to chance. No, this is complete madness, guys. So those are my things that I think you guys should have discussions about. Whether you are long-term in a relationship, newly starting a relationship, or just talking and getting to know each other, you need to hit these points. If you have points of your own that you think are great conversation starters for couples, put them in the comment section below, guys. So with that, no further ado, it is time for our segments, and we will start with what? Match of the week, guys. Are you guys ready? What is a match of the week? Well, every week I am featuring a potential husband or a potential wife. So if you're single and you are ready to mingle, then you make sure you watch, you check it in, get your paper and pen, and see if I have a husband or wife for you. Gentlemen, are you ready? I hope you are, because this girl is ready for you. And her birthday is in June, and she is hoping to have a husband by then. So, gentlemen, listen up. And she's a long-term viewer of the Love Connection, so we are happy to have the opportunity to try to match her. So, guys, she is looking for a Nigerian man, and she is a Niger girl. So she is full of all that Niger spice, and she is currently located in Nigeria. She is highly educated, guys, and she is a potential nurse. That is what she is on her way to be. That is her career choice. So if you want a medical lady on your arms, then this woman might be the one for you. And gentlemen, she is beautiful, and I don't say that lightly. She is exceptionally beautiful. So if it's beauty you seek, and you want someone who will be a great mother, you want somebody who is a traditional woman, and she is a God-fearing woman. So she is looking for a God-fearing man. So if those are your traits, then you come and holler at me, and I will see if you are a match for she. And Igbo man, do not contact, because she does not want any of you guys. All right, guys, ready now? Ladies, peek up. I'm looking for my ladies that love other ladies, because this one is for you. Lesbians out of Trinidad, I am looking for you guys, and I'm looking for my high fan lesbos. I want you girls who like wearing your skirts and your lipstick and your heels. I want someone who wants to start a family. I want someone who's a genuine lesbian. So if you're just gay for play, do not write here, because we want someone who's serious, who's looking to settle down, somebody who wants a wife. And you need to be looking for some stud love, because that's what I have for you. I have a caring, handsome stud who wants a family, who's ready to start the rest of her life, and she just wants that special lady to do that with. So if this sounds like someone you might be interested in, then you write to me, and I will see if you are a match, guys. Now it is time for the Dear Taj moment. What's that? You write to me with your love and relationship questions, and I will see if I can do my best to answer them for you. If you want me to answer on air, then you write answer on air when you send it in. Ready, guys? Dear Taj, my husband keeps taking money from his family behind my back for different things all the time. Like we were behind on the mortgage, to pay some medical bills, to fix our heater this Christmas, and my dad and his dad co-signed on a car for us. I've told him not to, and he says that they want to help. He doesn't get it, and I can't stand it. How do I stop this? Signed, VJ Kaur. Hello, Ms. Kaur. Thank you so much for writing this. I understand it's an upsetting situation, and your husband keeps taking money from his family. So I guess you feel embarrassed, right? Like now his family knows the financial situation you guys are in and the trouble you guys have. But these sound like very serious stuff that he needed the money for. Mortgage, health bills, fixing the heater. Ms. Kaur, what did you do to fix these situations? How exactly did you help your husband when the heater was gone this Christmas? Right? What did you do about these medical bills other than sit and judge him for what he found out to do in order to help you guys, right? If you guys are both working people, both trying your best, and you find yourself in hard times, hard situation, he went out as a man and did what he knew how to do, go to his family, which is a good thing that he has family who's willing to support him and his family in their time of need. So maybe it's the way that you were raised, that you feel embarrassed by his family loving him and helping him. And that's your problem. And I could also understand, like, you don't really want them knowing you guys' business like that, but what did you do to prevent that? Like, how did you help the man so that he didn't end up having to go to his family? What about your people? They don't care that you guys didn't have heat this Christmas? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't want to make you feel bad, Ms. Kaur, but you're making him feel bad for doing something that's really reasonable for him to do. I think you should just feel glad and grateful that he was even able to get that help, okay? So I get it. I get why you feel embarrassed. I get why you feel hurt, but that pain that you feel, that hurt that you feel, use that to figure out ways that you and your husband don't have to end up in the situation where he needs to keep going to his family. Don't judge him for having people that love him and care for him. And even if the family is helping you guys with strings, these were actually very serious stuff that you guys needed help with. It's not like he took money to go and gamble or go buy his drugs or whatever, okay? So, Ms. Kaur, I hope that helped. And if it did not, then you write to me again, and I will try my best to work it out with you. Okay, guys? If you have your own Dear Taj questions, audience, you guys know what to do with it. You know where to find me to send it in, and I answer every single one personally, all right? Now it's time for the misconnections. And what's that? If you saw someone briefly and you're like, damn, that's my future husband, or that's my future wife, but you didn't get their contact information and you never saw them again, but you can't get them out of your mind, then you write to me and I will try my best to find them. And I've already found two. So there's no reason why I can't find more, guys. You ready? So here we go. I work at the movies in Yorkdale Mall. Whoop whoop to Toronto and the Yorkdale Mall. I was at Snacks on Saturday, and this, you guys know we had a little break on the Love Connection. So this came in about 3 weeks ago. So that would have been 4 Saturdays ago, okay? You came with your little brother and his 2 friends. You're dark skinned, tall, and slim with a long curly hairstyle. You was wearing blue jeans, white and black huaraches, and black and white baseball top, and 2 little chains with a cross and a heart pendant. Whoa, whoa, you were being observant. We were flirting, and you said your name is Kim. Your brother's name is JJ. That's what you were calling him. Wow, I wanted to say more and to get your number and things, but wanted to respect that little man's was there. Aww, I really hope to see you. Honestly, I hope this finds you and that this doesn't turn you off. Because what doesn't turn, oh, okay, that you wrote this. All right, it won't turn her off. Because I feel like we're really meant to be. I'm Knox. I'm the tall, dark-skinned guy with the twist. I work Saturdays, daytime, Wednesday, Thursdays, nights. Wow, and every other Monday night. I also go to... No, okay, well, we won't put all that. It is quite clear where you work and your schedule. Okay, so if you were the slim, dark-skinned big sister who is taking your little brother, JJ, out to Yorkdale Mall about 4 Saturdays ago, and you remember flirting with the guy who works at the snack stand, that guy can't get you out of his mind, and he's pretty much sure that you're the one. So if you would like to get to know him better, please contact me, because this is very detailed, guys. This is 3 pages, right? So if you feel like he might be the one too, or if anybody knows Kim from Toronto, whose little brother is JJ, write to me so I can try to see if these 2 are a match, all right? Now, guys, it is time for the lover shout out. What's that? You want to shout out your lover and let them know what they mean to you, then you send it in and I will do just that. So this one, I've received this message at least 6 or 7 times, and it's from this email, thescore2020@outlook.com, and all it says is, tell June hi. So June, if you know this email and you know who this is, they say hi. And here's another one. This is from Marcuson Dennis on Facebook for Neela Clarkson. You're a good girl. I love you, and I watch this show to find out how to be the best for you. Aw, I hope we're helping you with that, Mr. Dennis. Everything I promise you is real. Well, aren't you a good guy? Isn't that lovely? Everything is real that he promised, Miss Clarkson. So keep that guy close to you. So that was it for today's show, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something. And I hope you guys will be back next Friday to watch again. And before I go, I want to shout out the lovely people at Tropical Venue. That is my favorite bar at 7076 St. Clair Avenue West at Caledonia. And not only should you stop by to whet your thirst and have a great time if you're looking for something to do in Toronto, but on the 30th of March, if you want some entertainment, they've got a talent show going on. So go and check it out, guys, because it is great atmosphere, great people, great entertainment. Thanks so much, guys. Like, subscribe, comment, do the damn thing, and come back next Friday. And before I go, here is Taj's thought of the day. A true word needs no oath. Take care, guys. See you next week. Toodles.